Hey guys, it's Kevin here today. It's about 10 degrees outside. There's about maybe 4 to 6 inches of snow. And man, I just gotta say, coming out of the military, I spent the last 12 years in the Navy. The gear that they give us for cold weather, it was good. I liked it. I actually thought at the time, being like the United States Navy, giving us good gear, I was like, man, this is the best jacket I own, really, for cold weather. Because I wouldn't really go out and buy myself one. But now that I'm out of the Navy, I gotta buy myself some warm gear because it's cold, it's freezing outside. There's snow out there, man, and I was used to the cold in Washington, but now out here in Michigan, this is just a sharp cold, it gets right to your bones. So I went out and got myself some Carhartt gear. Man, these overalls, I thought, I was a jet mechanic in the Navy, so I wore overalls all the time, the coveralls, really. So I don't mind the fit. I like how they feel. It's like wearing pajamas all day, man. But I gotta tell you, Carhartt doing a good job on their gear. These things are warm. I've been working out here every day, and it's just freezing, man. Freezing. But I'm warm. And I'm just moving around. I don't even have my heaters on. I got this. I got one of these that I thought I might need. Well, I've owned that for years because when I worked in my garage before, I always had that going because it was cold. Then I borrowed this from my dad, but after getting in here and wearing this stuff, man, I'm not even cold at all, so I don't even need it. So Carhartt is definitely a product I'll be buying more into. Alright, I'm going to try to show you guys the stuff I'm talking about. That right there is rotten. I gotta fix that. I have to level this floor back here. They built it off of a porch. So this right here is an add-on. But the floor from here to here drops about 1.5 inches. So I can't jack it up because it's sitting on the concrete foundation. So I have to build up the floor to match. So that's a job. More of the shadiness. Come in here. That's cut clear through. That should be solid. That's where my stairs were. That goes all the way through. What the heck? Here's another one. This header beam up here should run all the way to the wall. Instead, they have it precariously resting on a 1.5 studs, unsupported by anything. And that stud that they made doesn't even connect to the top. Janky. What is that? What is that? Big ol' hole just right through what should be a solid support beam for this whole ceiling. Rotten. Oh, here's one. Look at that. Just rotten. Rotten. Look at this one. That should be a solid stud. Part of that wall. It's rotten. Oh, you're gonna love this. Let me put down my light. Okay. This wall should be solid. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at it. What is that? I'm gonna have so much fun fixing all this. So up here I put in these cross braces. The floor up there was a bit spongy. Like you walk across the room and it bounced a little. So with those in, it cut that down quite a bit. I might rip this one out, the center one, and do a sister joist. Haven't decided yet. If I do, I'll definitely show you. But right now, this is working. I can tell there's a huge difference from before and after. Okay, here's what should be a supporting wall stud. And they just cut it out. Because that was a bathroom and they had a, what is it, a medicine cabinet, medicine mirror. And they needed the space to make it fit between the gap. So they just cut the wall stud out. What the heck? Rotten floor joist. That's under my baby's bed. I can't have that. Gotta fix that. When they put the new ceiling on, a lot of it was just rotten. So what'd they do? They just slapped the OSB on it and called it the day. They didn't even fix it. You can see the plywood is sitting on rotten planks. Just completely gone. Now luckily, with that new OSB on there, the plywood, or particle board, sorry, it's a particle board, and then with the new roofing on there, because it's got a new metal roof, which is a bonus. Freebie! So, that now is holding it like a stronger exoskeleton than it ever was before. Now look at this window. You don't frame a window in like that. What is that? Gotta fix that. What is that connected to? What's that window framed in with? It's just floating there. It's just barely sitting on the bottom. Stud there, stud there. But it's definitely not framed in like it should be. Now these are all wall studs right here. They're dimensional lumber cut by the mill. And they've got this wall in here with the 2x6 sideways. So I got 2 inches. My wall's 2 inches thick. I can't even put my light switch in there. It'll stick out the back. So I get to fix this wall. Alright, now you see what I'm up against. I gotta fix all these things. It's gonna be a lot of work. But I'm just gonna take it day by day and do as much as I can. It's gonna be a good house. I'm gonna love it. I'm just finishing up jacking my house. I had a bottle jack sitting over there. One of those 3. Was it 12 ton? Had it sitting in that corner. Then I had a 20 ton in that corner. I got a 20 ton there. And then I had a spare 12 that I never needed using. But I had to jack it up, put these blocks in it. It was sitting down. That's how much it went up. Like a good 4 inches. And over here, it was sitting down on there. But the whole house was sagging right here. So, this wall right here was put in after the original foundation. And there's a crack running down here. So I believe the earth is sinking behind that wall, pushing the wall in, which is making my house drop. So, for now, I've got it jacked as good as I can get. Use my laser level, and I was watching it through this hole right down here where I needed it to be. So I'm close as I can get it, and close as it needs to be for now. Now that I'm living here, I'll keep an eye on it as time goes by. If I need to adjust here, adjust there. As you can see, I'm taking it up 4 inches. You can see daylight out there. There's my truck. So I have to address that from the outside. A little bit of foam, insulation, new siding. And I'll show you in the front of the house, on the outside, how far it picked up off the concrete porch. So out here on the concrete patio, you can see it raised the house in this corner almost an inch. See, there's a gap here now where it was just flush with the concrete like it is down that way. This is just off the porch, inside the door. That inside corner there. It's a lot more square than it was just by jacking that corner. Adjusting it. So that's this wall right here. Something funny I just realized, the back door. I used to have a problem with it getting stuck in the jamb. And it's much older than the front door, which had no problem at all getting stuck in the jamb. It used to swing really free, but now that I've jacked the house and adjusted it, the front door, which is much newer, was framed in when the house was not square. But now that I've got it jacked, it tweaked the front door, and the back door works perfect. Now I've got all the jacks out. I can't do it and film at the same time. I need absolute quiet so I can hear everything that, like the whole house, I can hear pops and creaks. So if I need to know if I need to stop or slow down or just give the house a chance to adjust, you know, with all the, because it is wood, you know, if you stress it too much, it will crack. So my house. Went to Home Depot, got all my lumber, got a bunch of it sitting in here, a whole bunch more of it upstairs. Got my little work table, my workbench here. I don't have a shop, I'm working in the house with all my tools scattered everywhere. Got all my lumber I think I'll need. Gotta reframe all this. Gotta go up here and gotta put a bracket in here. I made one that's gonna go through here. It's gonna go through that stud into the wall and out the other side and mount on the back side of this floor joist. Because what's going on, you can see it's pretty together down there at the bottom, but as you go up, it gets further and further apart. So the house has a bit of a lean to it out here, so I have to pull that back in this way. Same thing going on up here, down there. So I got to make a system that's going to pull that whole side of the house towards me. I hope you can hear me over the generator. I got my generator running outside. So now I got my lumber and I'm gonna redo these posts. So this one's coming out. I'm gonna put a new one in, a barn beam. So it's gonna fit the style of the house when we're done with it. I'm gonna put one over here as well, right here. Because I don't like the way that header is going across there. So to do that, I need to cut out the floor, around the floor here, because when I put this new post in, it's going to support the weight of the house, so I got to make sure that it runs all the way down to the subfloor, or sorry, the basement floor, to make sure that it is properly supported from the ground up, so it'll hold the weight. So now I'm going to cut out the floor. Christmas Eve. We got snow outside. I'm still working. It's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm about to shut down for the day, but show you what I've done so far today. So I put in these new studs or beams that go all the way up to the top for the reframing. All the way down, all the way up. It'll make sense when I'm done with it. I don't have a workshop. I'm working in my house every single day. Just loving life.
The mood is right, the spirit's up. We're here tonight, and that's enough. We're simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
Party's on, the feeling's here that only comes